What if I told you that seniors in their 60s and 70s reduced Bailey tension headaches by 63% in under 5 minutes a day? Sounds too good to be true, but a 2020 study in the Journal of Headache and Stroke found that targeted neck and jaw relaxation cut headache frequency and intensity by addressing muscle tension directly. And here's the real breakthrough. These same movements may also improve blood flow to the brain, snorts, helping reduce the risk of stroke, especially in older adults, by almost 30%. And these are such important findings for you since tension-type headaches affect nearly 40% of seniors, making them the most common headache disorder after 60. But this is something we can change using the exercises we will reveal in a few minutes. Welcome back to the Senior Health Podcast. Today we are exploring why tension headaches become more common after 60 and how some simple, safe exercises can bring relief at home. And as always, Japan's oldest doctor is guiding us. Doctor, how meaningful is this conversation for seniors right now? It matters deeply, John, because many seniors believe headaches are something they must simply endure or medicate. But what I am about to share helps the body release stress and restore natural balance without strain. I can feel that immediately. Just before we started recording this episode, I was reading research from Harvard Medical School showing that today's structured neck and jaw relaxation techniques reduce tension headache symptoms in over 70% of older adults within 1 month simply by improving blood flow and nerve signaling. And because these same pathways affect brain circulation, they may also play a role in reducing stroke risk, which is 2 birds, 1 stone. It really is remarkable. Before we begin, comment A1 if headaches are something you experience. Even occasionally, you are not alone, and this conversation is for you. I hear from so many seniors that the headaches feel almost sneaky, like they arrive quietly and linger longer than expected. That's true. After 60, stress settles differently in the body, especially in the neck, jaw, and shoulders. What once eased overnight can linger, irritate nerves, and show up as headaches. Many seniors worry this means something is wrong in the brain, when it's often the surrounding muscles and tissues asking for relief. Over time, posture changes and stillness add to that tension and can even affect blood flow to the brain, raising long-term risk. That helps explain why so many seniors say the pain worsens as the day goes on. Exactly. After 60, stress tends to linger longer in the body, muscles stay tense, and nerves become more sensitive. So, even small tension can start to feel overwhelming. But the hopeful part is that what builds slowly can also ease gently. I often tell my patients, a headache is not the enemy. It's the body asking for a pause. And when you listen, relief often begins in simple ways. That pause you are describing makes me lean in because it sounds like there is a very specific starting point. There is, John, and it is the place many seniors overlook, even though it carries enormous influence over head pain. In a moment, I will show you how to gently begin there and feel the change almost immediately. That makes me curious and hopeful. Let's start and keep up the pace. Where exactly should seniors place their attention first, and how can they do it safely right now? Let's start at the base of the skull, John, with the first exercise, the sub-occipital release. Place both thumbs at the ridge where the skull meets the neck about an inch behind the ears, and slowly make small circles from ear to ear. Use medium pressure that feels like a good soreness, not sharp pain, and continue for about 30 seconds while breathing slowly. This area matters because long-held tension here can limit blood flow to the brain, which over time is linked to higher stroke risk. That is wonderfully clear, and I can already picture seniors doing it in their kitchen chair. When you say medium pressure, should it feel tender or should it feel mostly soothing? A little tenderness is normal, especially if a senior has been holding tension for weeks or months, but it should never feel electric, stabbing, or make the headache spike. The safest guide is this. The pressure should feel like you are warming butter, not pressing a bruise. And if a senior has dizziness, numbness, sudden vision changes, or a snorts new severe headache, they should stop and seek medical care rather than push through. That nuance matters because seniors often try to be tough and keep going. I also love that you are giving them a simple mental image they can trust. Yes, and the key here is consistency, not force. I tell seniors to keep the thumbs moving in small circles about the size of a coin and to cover the whole base of the skull slowly, not just one spot. If one area feels especially tight, they can pause there for 3 gentle breaths, then continue still staying within that medium pressure. So it is 30 seconds total, moving from ear to ear with a brief pause, only if it feels like a tight knot that softens with breathing. Exactly. And you can make it even safer by keeping the shoulders relaxed and the jaw slightly unclenched, because jaw tension often travels upward into the head. Many seniors notice a mild warmth behind the eyes or a lightening in the forehead after this, which is often a sign the muscles are letting blood flow return. If there is soreness afterward, it should fade within minutes, not intensify. That makes this feel doable and reassuring, not intimidating. And this first release does something important, John. It tells the most sensitive nerves at the top of the neck that they are no longer being squeezed all day. Once that alarm quiets down, we can move to the next place. Seniors unknowingly clench when they are stressed. And I want everyone to pay extra attention here. That sounds like a natural next step. So what is the next exercise seniors should do right after it? The second exercise is the temporalis muscle release. And we begin by placing the fingertips gently on the sides of the head, just above the ears and behind the outer corner of the eyes. I ask seniors to let their jaw hang slightly open, then make slow circular motions with the fingertips for about 30 seconds, covering the whole temple area without rushing. This region is important because chronic tension here can affect circulation around the head and over time contribute to patterns associated with increased stroke risk. That already feels calming, just hearing it described. Many seniors tell me they carry stress there without realizing it. Yes, and that is very common. The temporals muscle is heavily involved in concentration and clenching even when you think they are relaxed. Gentle circles increase blood flow and calm the sensory nerves that often amplify headache pain. It sounds like awareness is just as important here as the movement itself. Exactly. I encourage seniors to keep the pressure light to medium, similar to spreading lotion, never pressing hard enough to cause sharp discomfort. If they notice tenderness, they should slow down and breathe, rather than push through it. That breathing piece really seems to soften the whole experience. It does. Breathing slowly through the nose while massaging helps signal the nervous system to shift out of stress mode. You can repeat this once or twice a day, especially after reading, screen use, or emotional strain. That timing guidance makes it much easier to build into daily life. And something interesting often happens here. When the temples relax, many seniors suddenly notice tension deeper in the jaw. It is as if the body is quietly pointing to the next place that needs care. That feels like the body continuing the conversation instead of stopping it. Yes, and that is the beauty of doing these in sequence. Each release prepares the next. Once the temples soften, we are ready to address the muscle most responsible for clenching and nighttime tension. Snorts. So please stay with me, everyone. I feel like the tension is traveling somewhere deeper now. So what are we focusing in next? Well, here is where we gently reset the jaw itself. The third exercise is what I call the massa muscle release. For this one, you need to place 2 fingers on the thick muscle just in front of the ear, then slowly open and close the mouth to feel that muscle move beneath the skin. When they find a tender spot, they apply gentle pressure and hold it while opening the mouth slowly for about 5 seconds. Then relax, repeating this 3 times on each side. This matters because chronic jaw clenching can overstimulate nearby nerves and stress pathways that play a role in long-term vascular strain linked to stroke risk. That already explains so much because many seniors clench without realizing it, especially at night. I hear complaints of morning headaches tied to that exact habit. Of course, the masseter is one of the strongest muscles in the body, and stress makes it work overtime. This exercise teaches the muscle that it does not need to guard constantly, which often reduces both jaw tension and headache intensity. It feels like we are finally reaching the deeper root of the problem. Yes, And the key here is slow movement. You should never force the jaw open. The motion should feel controlled and calm, with pressure staying mild to moderate, never sharp. That pacing sounds especially important for anyone with sensitive joints. Very much so. I also remind seniors to keep their tongue resting softly on the floor of the mouth and their shoulders relaxed, because tension travels quickly between these areas. Done once or twice a day. This often reduces nighttime clenching and daytime pressure headaches. That kind of relief could change how a whole day feels. And there is something else that often surprises people. Once the jaw lets go, posture suddenly matters more. The neck begins to ask for attention next, especially in seniors who spend time looking down or forward. That feels like a clear shift in where the tension wants to move. Exactly. The body releases in layers. After calming the jaw, we guide the head and neck back into alignment with a simple supported movement. This next step helps lock in the relief we have already created. I am curious about that connection. What should seniors do next to help their neck and posture work together safely? Now, start by bringing posture into the picture. With exercise 4, the wall neck nods. I ask seniors to stand with their back, hips, and head gently touching a wall, then lift the chin slightly before slowly lengthening the back of the neck downward as if making a small nod. This movement should stay slow and controlled, with the head never leaving the wall, and it should be repeated for about 30 seconds. That visual is very clear, and I can imagine seniors realizing how far forward their head usually sits. It feels like a moment of honest feedback from the body. Yes, and that awareness is healing. Many seniors spend hours with the head drifting forward, which overloads the small joints at the top of the neck and fuels headaches. These nods gently mobilize those joints and remind the muscles how to support the head without strain. That gentle reminder sounds far more sustainable than forcing good posture. Exactly. And the safest guide is this. You should pause briefly at the longest neck position for one calm breath before returning to neutral, keeping the shoulders relaxed and the eyes soft. Even 5 to 6 slow nods can noticeably reduce pressure behind the head. That feels like something seniors could do daily without fear. And once this alignment begins to return, another area often speaks up. Tension along the sides of the neck becomes more noticeable, especially in those who carry stress unevenly. That makes me curious because many seniors mention one-sided neck tightness. So what comes next to address that safely? Next is side neck release with arm positioning, and it begins very simply. I ask seniors to place one hand gently behind their back, then tuck the chin slightly and tilt the head toward the opposite side. From there, snorts. They slowly angle the gaze downward toward the floor, then return to center. Repeating this movement 5 times before switching sides. This area matters because long-held pain, long-held side neck tension can affect nerve signaling and vascular reflexes involved in blood pressure regulation, which over time plays a role in stroke risk. That sounds subtle but also very specific. I hear from seniors all the time that one side of the neck feels tighter, almost heavier. Yes, and that asymmetry tells us a lot. This movement stretches the muscles that run from the side of the neck down toward the shoulder and upper back, areas that quietly tighten when we carry bags, sleep unevenly, or favor one side. The motion should feel like a gentle lengthening, never a pull, and each repetition should move with the breath. I like that you are tying it to breathing again because it keeps things calm. Exactly. I encourage seniors to inhale as they prepare, then exhale slowly as they tilt and look down, letting gravity do the work. If there is dizziness, sharp pain, or tingling, they should stop immediately and simply return to neutral. Done once or twice a day, this often eases that stubborn one-sided tightness. That kind of relief could really restore confidence in everyday movement. And once the sides of the neck begin to soften, something important happens. The neck is finally ready to be supported, not just stretched. That is where gentle strength comes in, and it surprises many seniors. From there, we turn to another place seniors tend to hold stress without awareness. And this is one I want everyone to notice closely. That surprises me too. How do seniors safely add strength without creating more tension? This is where we introduce exercise 6, the isometric neck strengthening, and it is far gentler than most seniors expect. I ask seniors to place the palm of the hand against the side of the head and press very lightly, just enough to feel resistance while the head stays perfectly still. They hold that pressure for 5 seconds, then relax, repeating 3 times on each side while breathing slowly. This matters because gentle neck strength supports stable head and neck positioning, which helps reduce sudden strain responses that can contribute to stroke risk over time. That really changes how I think about strength, because nothing is actually moving. It feels safer and more controlled. Yes, and that is the beauty of it. Isometric holds activate the deep, stabilizing muscles of the neck without compressing the joints or irritating nerves. You should use only about 20% of their maximum effort, never straining or holding their breath. That 20% cue is helpful because it gives a clear boundary. Exactly. I also encourage seniors to place one hand on the chest to feel their breathing stay calm and steady. This reinforces that strength does not come from tension, but from quiet control. Over time, these small holds teach the neck how to support the head throughout the day. That reframing alone could change how seniors approach movement. And when the neck feels supported, something interesting happens. The headaches lose their reason to linger. Movement begins to feel safer than rest. And that shift matters deeply. That makes me pause. Why does gentle movement seem to help headaches more than lying still, especially for seniors? Yes, and this is something many seniors find surprising. Gentle movement improves blood flow, helps muscles drain built-up tension, and reassures the nervous system that the body is safe to let go. When you lie completely still for long periods, those tight muscles stay compressed and the nerves remain irritated. That reframes rest in a really meaningful way. And here's the part that often changes everything. The body heals best when it feels supported in motion, not frozen in protection. Once you understand that, small daily habits begin to matter more than any single exercise. That makes me think about everyday posture and routines. How can seniors carry this relief into their daily lives so the headaches do not keep returning? Carry the relief by staying gently aware. Small posture check-ins, slow breathing, and brief movement breaks throughout the day keep tension from rebuilding and remind the body it is safe to stay relaxed. That really stays with me because it turns healing into a daily relationship with the body, not a one-time fix. Now, if this conversation helped you, like this video, comment if you have any questions, and try these movements yourself. Oh, and watch this next video right now. Yes, music please. We've picked this one especially for you.